Welcome to the second dev dive for Ampersat. This time I'm going to cover a couple of original unique gameplay features that maybe don't come across so well in general gameplay videos. I knew early on in design that I wanted to have something really unique in the gameplay to augment the twin stick shooter RPG kind of gameplay mechanics, and I wanted to tie that to the visual imagery. So the unique part there obviously is the ASCII characters being so like my Ampersat itself, and all the enemies being letters, blending that with the colourful backgrounds. Now that using the ASCII characters obviously harkens back to the original Rogue games. So I wanted to tie that into the gameplay somehow as well. So I came up with two mechanics, one centered around freeing letters and one centered around capturing letters. And so I'll just show how they manifest in the gameplay itself. They became part of the plot of the game, which obviously is action-heavy game, so the plot isn't super important, but in the opening it lays it out that Lord Z has basically stolen language from this village. And you can see here the little dashes roaming around. They're actually townsfolk of the village, and their letters have been stolen. Normally their name would be displayed. So you have to basically go and rescue the letters that have been stolen by Lord Z. Now, early in the game, you'll notice the effect of that. For example, when you go into a shop, you'll see over on the right here, it's kind of like Wheel of Fortune. All of the letters are missing. So the blacksmith here is trying to give you some hints, and you cannot see them. Down here, he's telling you basically what benefits there would be to investing in his shop and funding his renovations. And most importantly here are his stock, and he can't tell you what his stock is because his language is gone. So you're kind of buying blind at the start of the game. I did put a little icon to show, you know, this is a melee weapon, this is a ranged weapon, and whether it's better or worse than what you've currently got equipped. But beyond that, you have no idea. Now that could be quite annoying to some players, but I found it quite funny as a player and interesting. So at the start of the game, you can take a punt. You can go, righto, well, hey, it's going to be better than what I got. I'm going to try it on. But a little bit later, so in the mid-game, you'll be looking for weapons that have like an elemental advantage against the levels you're trying to tackle at that time. And apart from visual cues on the icon, it will describe any such advantages here in the text. So as you start freeing letters, these will start getting filled in, and you can start playing Wheel of Fortune and guessing exactly what the hell it's talking about. Anyway, if nothing else, it's original. So I'm just going to buy this to see once you buy it, it will reveal. So hey, it's Breed's card mace, and we can have a look at it, and it says, you know, it's got kinetic damage and so forth. The description here is different to the description in the shop. In the shop, this is flavor text here, but in the shop it just gives a really matter-of-fact summary saying, you know, this has ice damage, or this will give you resistance to ice, or whatever. Now, to lessen the effect of buying blind, you can sell it back. So you lose about 20% on the deal, well, 30% rather. And in fact, that's one of the advantages for renovating. Spoiler alert, that you'll get a reduction, a discount from that. The other thing it does, it harkens back to the original Rogue games again, like Angband in particular, where items were, you only got vague descriptions of what they were until you identified them or you use them. So for example, you might pick up a dagger and you don't know what the hell that dagger does. It could be cursed, it could be a piece of crap. Until you cast and identify a spell, you don't know what it is. Same with potions, you know, you get a speckled brown potion. What's that do? Well, try it and find out. It could kill you. So it was a little bit of a nod back to that as well. Now, the other way it manifests is in those townsfolk that you saw running around. So here's some more down here. I'll just go and talk to one, catch him. Of course, you can't hear what they're saying. Now, what happens with these guys is as you fill in their language, there's certain keywords in what they're trying to tell you that are kind of triggers for a quest. So you unlock the right letters and they basically say, well, hey, I lost this thing down the well, can you go find it for me? And so each of them has a little quest that you'll go on. Well, if you want to, they're fully optional. And if you do complete them, you get a nice bonus for the end game. Now, I'll just show how you actually free those letters. Every level has a letter to be freed. So there's 50 of them, and lowercase and uppercase Z, the boss has them, level Z. So you'll see here you've got 5 dungeon levels, 5 tower levels, and there are 5 of these. So every level will have a letter that you free. So I'll just jump into one and show an example. And instead of watching me play through the whole level, I'm just going to skip straight ahead to the end of this level. So here we are at the end of the level now. I've cleared out all the bad guys, destroyed the spawners so they won't bother us, and here is a little letter who's in his cage. It looks like the letter E floating around in there. So you simply smash that and boom, and there goes the E floating back to the village. Grab some health. By the way, I quit that mace that we bought earlier. And now I'll just jump back to the village and you'll see the effect of that. So we're back in the village now and you can see the letters. That E that we freed and came back to the village is now popping up in our little descriptions here. So as you can tell, you complete a few levels and the picture starts getting filled in. And the same deal with the little townsfolk up here. If I can catch one of them. We'll see here his speech here starts getting filled in. So it's somewhat optional. You could just plow through the game and ignore it if you really wanted to. But for those looking for that little extra, it adds that spark to the game. Now onto capturing letters. So the flip side of this, every level has a bonus word. So you'll see here the bonus word, whether it's been found. And I'll just jump ahead to an example level to show you what that's like. So instead of watching me hunt these buggers down and kill them, I've just made a test level here with a couple of guys with their AI turned off. So it'd be easier to demonstrate this. You can see in the top right bonus word here. Every level has one, as I mentioned. This level is kit. Level 1 of a dungeon or tower has a 3-letter word. Then level 2 has a 4-letter word, then a 5, and then a 6 on level 4 of a dungeon or a tower. And those can be, especially in the towers, very, very difficult to capture. A 6-letter one. They're case sensitive as well, so in the game stronger enemies later on are capital letters. So if we look at the beastry, for example, these are some of the lowercase enemies, and then here are the uppercase ones. So that it's like this is an archangel, and you know, they're very powerful. Some of these are bosses, in fact. So yeah, case sensitive words. Now the idea is, so this was just a little kind of optional bonus for people who like hunting down things or getting little advantages along the way. So I'll show you what happens. First of all, to fill in a letter of the bonus word, you've got to deliver the killing blow on an enemy with a melee weapon. So I'll do this eye here first, and you'll see the eye in the top right lit up. Now I'll do this guy, and by the way, you can shoot them, but as long as the last hit is melee. So if you look at the T in the top right, you'll see there, we've got our T, and now when we complete the word, boom, bonus word completed, and we get a chest. Now, depending on how many letters in the word and the level you're on, you get a better quality chest. So this is the poorest type of chest. Those 6-letter words, you get like a tier 5 chest, which always have really rare stuff in them. So it's well worth doing as a player. And open up the chest, and this just had a bunch of gold in there. 92 gold, that's quite good for level 1. Ignore the fact that I've got 4.5 grand up here because I gave that to myself as a cheat. Anyhow, so that's the bonus word. So one of those each level, you can only get it once, but you get a really nice bonus. And quite often, even those level 1 chests will have a magical weapon or something inside it. And if I just pop back to town, you'll see now in the level select that our bonus word has been ticked. And yeah, you can see that you can kind of go on a Pokemon hunt to get every bonus word. And in fact, there's a Steam achievement for getting all 40 of those, which would be quite difficult. I've never been able to do it, actually. There we go. So that's the unique gameplay elements. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.